Going reverse. Oh, watch out. We're not really looking like it is trying to get the road here.
Yeah, I'm not. Should we go forward now?
All right, we made it onto the ice. Today, the plan is to fish super shallow in some reeds for panfish. It is, I think it's the last day of March. Very, very late season, but the ice is still okay. What do you see?
7, 8 right here.
Bunch of bluegills?
Yeah.
That's a good sign. We got Hayes checking some holes with the underwater camera, with the Markham, kind of looking before we even start fishing, before we set up. It's very clear water here, so we're able to look around and get a feel for where the majority of these fish are. Yes, there's a lot just cruising in throughout the reeds, but I mean, you like to find a big group of them before you even set up, eh?
Yeah, so they're basically using the edge of these reeds kind of like we would use a road, you know? And they're, this is a weird comparison, but their house, where they kind of hang out over here, they're kind of everywhere, but I think we're gonna end up fishing around the point here.
Okay, so that's kind of what we got going on. That's kind of the game plan for today, is to fish shallow for bluegills. There's some rock bass, there's largies mixed
Possibly
in here.
Crappies, yeah.
Kind of anything and everything. So, and who knows what the day will bring. We'll fish here. There's a lot of different lakes around here, so we may jump from lake to lake, but I guess the plan for right now is to get some little jigs down there. Very clear water. We're gonna get some cool underwater video and hopefully put some bluegills and whatnot topside on this very last day of March, which is pretty warm, windy. Ice is still kind of solid. As you saw back by the shorelines, it's getting a little bit deteriorated, but I mean, again, super shallow water. We're only in like, what, 2 or 3 feet right here even. So, yeah. You know, it's plenty safe to be out here still. What is there, over a foot of ice still, but it is getting soft. It's getting towards the end, but we're fortunate to be enough to be out here right now. Let's get after it. Oh, fish, big fish. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Big fish, big fish.
Now that's a sweet October muskie.
Fish, 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 fish.
That's a big Atlantic, boys.
The jungle, man. I mean, so we're out here at the end of March. A lot of the fish that were, out on main lake, weed points and stuff, they're going to kind of suck into these reed beds. The reason being is there's more oxygen, water's pushing down the holes, and so these fish kind of have just moved in here in the last week, and we're just again fishing the edge of a reed point. Out to my right, it's super deep. Up there, it gets shallow, so these fish just follow. There's out about 200 yards. There's just kind of a big, long weed point, and they just kind of work their way in. So like early ice, if you wanted to catch them, you'd want to be out on those tips, on the ends of those points. And so they're just kind of sucking in here, and you got water draining down the holes. And I mean, we see everything. We see walleyes, pike, bass. All the fish in the lake seem to suck into these areas this time of year. So.
All right, we got our house set up, our holes drilled. However, since we're in such shallow water, we're gonna let this sit. We drilled a couple holes, we stirred up the weeds, made noise, spooked any fish that was around here. So we're just gonna fish outside for a little bit until this settles down. We're gonna come back here in 20 minutes, half hour, and hopefully there's gonna be fish there. I mean, we saw them when we put the camera down, so we know that there's fish around here, but it's a muddy mess, mucky mess down there with drilling holes. You're drilling through the reeds.
Yeah, so you got sediment. So you got sediment coming up, and it makes kind of it gets real cloudy, so you wanna let it settle.
Yep.
And I've actually found it's kind of interesting. When you drill down and you're hitting weeds and stuff, you're knocking a lot of stuff off the weeds and reeds, and it actually in some cases can suck the fish back in.
That's a really good point. Yeah,
I've seen that happen, multiple times out here. So,
very good point. Very good point. All right, so we got a couple of other holes punched out here. We're gonna fish, come back here, and get out of the wind here, hopefully in a little bit.
Hey everybody, it's time to go ice fishing, and no place better to shop than Marine General. Ice tents, augers, fish finders and underwater cameras, rods and combos, boots, gloves, jackets and bibs. And the best prices anywhere. Marine General, London Road in Duluth.
Come on into Marine General and get outdoors with us.
When we care about something, it shows. To help protect these things, call on the knowledge and experience of a local independent insurance agent that you know and trust. Some things we just can't afford to lose, and that is why we exist, because the worst brings out our best. Holden Insurance, Duluth and Superior.
Protect your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittes Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
oh no, an irrelevant species, but still fun to catch. Oh, rock bass. It's one of the bonuses. I mean, no one's super hyped about catching these, but I enjoy it. They put up a good fight. Usually they swim with bluegill, so that's a good sign. So we'll get him back and I'll drop back down. There's one. It's been a long time coming. Oh, that's not a bad gill at all, man. Nice fish. I mean, probably right around that 8-inch mark. Sweet. Getting real close in. Another good one. There goes my hat. Got another nice one. This is a nice, nice female bluegill. It's got those beautiful yellow markings underneath its dorsal fin there, but probably another 8-incher. Get him unbuttoned here. Yeah, I think we're putting something together. I'm going to tuck this one back. We're going to get back down there and see if we can get another one. There's one. Oh, he's right under the ice. Oh, that's a tank, dude. That's what we came here for. That thing is a dandy gill. Probably pushing 9 inches. Had him hooked well. Yeah, beautiful male gill, bull. Fills up both hands, man. Go down there and get some more, but that's a beautiful fish, man. Beautiful colors. All right, so we opted to set up on the edge of the reeds. I mean, we got reeds, we dropped the marker down. You can see the reeds are literally right outside the house. So we're just waiting for these fish to come through. They're moving up and down the edge of the reeds. That one in particular, and it seems like the bigger ones are right up underneath the ice. That fish was no more than 1.5 feet under the ice, and he fell for the jig and waxy. So I think we're gonna get back down there and put some more topside. But
Fish. No way. That's a double.
mine was right under the eye.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Bingo. A male and a female gill.
And how can you tell that is?
Well, mine's got a lot more yellow. Yours has got a lot more orange.
Okay.
And so those males have a lot more orange, and then the hens are yellow in color. But I mean, yours is probably 8.5. Mine's probably pushing 9. But beautiful gills.
Isn't that funny? We set the hook on them in the same exact time. We seen them come in on the camera. Yeah. Not a bad start. Let's get them back. And it's kind of been frustrating because we had 2 other fish come in a pair. And they came and they literally, we were watching them on the camera and visually right down the hole, and they put their mouth around the head of the jig. So if you set on them, you weren't going to hook them, and we couldn't do anything, like we were handicapped.
Right.
And it just goes to show you how inactive these fish are right now. I mean, they're very, very inactive if you ask me. Like, they're coming up and barely mouthing these jigs, which is super frustrating. You know, you go out pan fishing and you think you're going to go out there and catch a bunch of fish in a day, but that's totally not the case here today. So we're seeing 2 fish come through at a time every 15-20 minutes. So it's kind of a grind. It's not, we're kind of thinking about, should we move, should we stay? I don't know. Every time we say let's give it 5 more minutes, a fish comes through at 4 minutes and 59 seconds, and we end up staying. So
yeah,
I don't know, but those are 2 nice fish to catch, and it's fun watching them both on the underwater camera and right down the hole too. So
and I guess one of the nice points of the underwater camera is, you know, we can see directly underneath the hole, but you know, in this way we can see down the reeds and see the fish coming from distance. So that's one of the reasons you want to, you know, fish with an underwater camera. I mean, especially in shallow water like this, I mean, I'm able to say like, hey Grant, I mean, these
get ready, they're coming. Like, we can see them.
And they come in usually in waves.
They're all coming this way. Our camera's behind us, pointed this way, up at our jigs. We can see them in the background approach us, and we can get ready. So again, this is a very, very difficult conditions. Like this morning and last night, we had 30-40 mile an hour winds, rain, snow. Like, this is post front. Kind of, it's not ideal, but it's what we're given. Like, there's really nothing else to do this time of year. You can't go to Canada, you can't travel far, like, it's windy, you can't have the boat out, like pan fishing. That's what we're stuck with, that's what we're dealt with. And hey, we're gonna play the cards that we're given, and making fun of it so far. I mean, those are 2 beautiful bluegills.
All right. Just saw a bunch, dude.
There he is.
Got him?
Got him.
Yes.
No way.
Ooh, dandy.
That's a good one.
Dandy.
Man, do they come up fast. They're only like a foot or so below the ice, maybe 2 feet.
Beauty, dude.
That's a nice bluegill.
Yeah.
That's fun. They're starting. This one was a little bit more aggressive than the last couple that we had, so that's a good sign. He saw him on the camera, and then about 2 seconds later, he ate me.
Yeah.
Looks like this one recently escaped a pike. He's got a little scar on him. He's a little beat up, but he's got character. That's not a bad gill at all.
Not bad, no.
Just a little tungsten jig with the waxy. That's all it's taken, but hey, you just have patience, kind of lower your expectations a little bit, and you're gonna have a good day if you just stick it out. I mean, that's what it's about. It's just having patience, and it's fun just watching the camera. We see them come in, we have a warning that they're here, we get our rod, we're ready, and it's fish on. So
beautiful.
Get him back. Look, there he is on the camera.
Beautiful. Right into the reeds.
Yeah.
Right back home.
Right back into the weeds. That's fun, hey. That's fun. Big largie. Oh, he fit.
Got him?
He fit.
Yes, dude.
He
Yes.
fit.
That was so weird.
Here, it looked like a bluegill coming in.
I couldn't even see its head.
It looked like a bluegill coming in.
Where's
And he
he?
turned. Look at there he is on the camera.
Yeah. Oh, don't get him in the reeds, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's going for the reeds. I saw him coming. Oh, he's right there.
Oh, dandy.
got him, man.
Wow, that's a pig. Nice.
Look at that for you.
Yes.
How about them apples?
Been a long time coming.
I saw him on the camera. I'm like, here comes. I thought it was a crappie. He was coming, or a bluegill. He was coming straight on, and he turned, and big old largemouth.
Beautiful, man.
Look at that fish.
That's a great, you know, bonus fish out here late ice. You know, you get
Yep.
everything moving up in here, but
Let's get them back again. Not targeting them, but hey, it's a good bonus.
yeah, season's not open, so we're just, you know, we'll toss them back.
By the time I looked down my hole, he had my jig inhaled. Nice fish. It's kind of been tough. What we're thinking we're going to do is slide out to a deeper spot. We're closer to that 1 o'clock hour now, and in Hayes' previous experiences out here, this bite really shuts down 2, 3 o'clock, and you want to be elsewhere. So I think it's a little bit earlier than that right now, but I think we're going to make a transition and get out of these shallow weeds. There is so much bait down there. I think that's kind of slowing down our bite. The weather's not helping. It's been a little bit more tough. Yes, we did have some pretty good action there. We caught, I don't know, 4 or 5 bluegills, nice largie. But I think there are better things that await us in different locations than right here. So
Definitely.
it's just, you're just not seeing that many fish swim by. And in the past like hour and a half, we've caught every one that swam by. But it's just, you hope for it to be a little bit better than that.
You're getting one fish every 30 minutes. I mean, it's tough to...
It's fine if you're walleye or pike or trout, but whatever, but bluegill, you need to, I don't know. You hope to have a little bit better than that. So we're going to make a push just kind of off this kind of weed patch, reed patch, whatever you want to call it, into a little bit deeper water, 10, 12 feet.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be across the lake a little bit, but we're going to hike over there and get lines down and hopefully not burn too much time and see some more fish over there. But I think it's a call that we're fine making. We have confidence that we can catch some more fish out deep. So let's get out there. All right, we arrived after a slight workout, but here we're going to be fishing a little bit deeper. We're going to get our markums out earlier in that spot. This morning it was just so shallow, it's just irrelevant to use our graph. So many weeds. Here we're a little bit deeper, 10 to 12, 13, 14 feet we're going to be fishing. So we're going to use our graphs, hop around, try to find some fish. If we find them, set up the house, but we'll jump around outside until we see some action.
Oh, there he is. Nice. There's a little pumpkin seed. Kind of to how you can identify these different fish. I mean, the pumpkin seeds are going to have a lot more vertical bars and they'll look kind of spotted. And then you have your regular bluegill, which is what we've been catching. And then you have green sunfish, which are a type of fish that live in a lot of the systems up north as well. And so you can identify them. Female versus male, and pumpkin seeds and green sunfish are a little bit harder to tell, but there's another one. This will be an example of and this is going to be a regular sunfish. Again, it's not quite as defined with the bars and stuff. This is a female. It's got that yellow underbelly there. Got a pile back. Maybe I'll catch a male here for you quick. So typically, you know, in the state of Minnesota, from what I've experienced, the green sunfish typically are the biggest, and then the pumpkin seeds, and then I would say bluegills are third. Catching gills over, you know, 8.5, 9 inches, that's a nice bluegill basically anywhere you go. But in that order, I've got, you know, the biggest sunfish I've caught are definitely greens, and then now here's a male, and you can tell because that there's more orange on the male there. So in that little sequence, I was able to identify a male and female bluegill, and then a pumpkin seed. So it's doubtful we'll catch a green sunfish, but they are in this system and they do grow quite a bit larger. The green sunfish have a bigger mouth, kind of like almost like a rock bass bluegill hybrid. That's the best way I could describe a green sunfish.
That's a big mark. Got him. I knew it was a big mark when I saw it though. If it's a largemouth, it's gonna be a big one. I don't know if it's a pike or what. Definitely not a panfish. It's just funny how these larger predatory fish are mixed right in with the small bluegills. Big old bucket mouth. Oh, put up a heck of a fight, especially on little panfish gear. it's funny because those largemouth will eat a small bluegill all day long, and we're sitting over here catching these tiny bluegills one after another, left and right. That's absolutely bizarre that they're mixed in with each other.
This spring, shop the great selection of Lund and Crestliner fishing boats at RJ Sport and Cycle. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer all your questions and help you get on the water. We sell both aluminum and fiberglass boats, suitable for a variety of applications. Full windshield models, side consoles, tillers, and more. We sell them all. Don't forget, we also carry pontoons. RJ Sport and Cycle is your leading Lund dealer in the area. Visit us in store or check us out online today.
This week's health tip is brought to you by St. Luke's, the patient above all else.
I'm Patty Urbanski, a registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator at St. Luke's Hospital. I'm here to share a health tip for healthy living with diabetes. Getting routine medical care is an important part of managing your diabetes. Most people with diabetes will meet with their primary care provider 3 to 4 times per year to review their diabetes management plan and make sure that screening tests and lab work are being done to make sure that you're staying healthy with your diabetes. The American Diabetes Association recommends a certain number of tests and lab work be done every year to make sure that you're staying healthy. These things include things like an annual foot exam, an annual eye exam, and some easy lab work to make sure that your kidneys are staying healthy and that your cholesterol levels are good. Working with your primary care provider, you can decide what's going well with your diabetes management plan and where you may need to do some work. They can refer you to specialists if needed, such as diabetes specialists or a diabetes educator to help with your management plan. Taking care of diabetes is work, but it can be done.
Otto, this is incredible. Ooh, this might be a better one. Keep one of the deucer there. The signs of spring. Geese honking and flying over. Bluegills up in the shallows.
Dandy.
It's not a bad one, Hayes.
No.
That's not a bad one.
Putting a program together here.
You got the auger. It looks like you're on a mission.
Yeah, I'm gonna go search for some crappies and let these boys hammer down some gills here.
Yeah, we kind of had no expectations today. We said, hey, let's just get out for the fun of it, see what happens. And, you know, we saw that we were gonna have some sunshine. The rain stopped this morning, which was nice, and said, hey, let's just go pound out a day on the ice and kind of see what happens with really no expectations. So, you know, we can't lose today. We're, you know, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Definitely. You know, late ice is a great time to get out when it's, what is it, 55 degrees right now? I mean,
yeah, it's warm. It's warm.
You know, these are end times for sure. And you know, with everything going on in the world, it's nice to
just relax and get out here and put a bunch of fish on the ice.
Yeah, so I mean, I swear I've been marking crappies the last couple of minutes. I'm dropping my jig down, but I've been seeing marks flying. Here comes one. Come on, come on. Yes, that mark actually followed me down. It feels like a crappie. I'm not gonna lie. Is it? Oh no, he's hooked in the deucer. Yes, yes. This is what we've been looking for all day long. Beautiful. 11-inch crappie. Yes, I knew it. Sun's getting a little bit lower. I think we're gonna see a whole lot of these in the next hour or so. So yeah, we're gonna ice that one. He's dinner, and let's get back down there.
This fishing is picking up as that sun gets lower and lower, and it's only gonna get better. Here comes one coming up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There, got him. Nice. That was a light bite. Right next to the bottom. He saw my jig coming down though. We got some pretty clear water. Oh, this feels good. This feels good. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. That there is a nice crappie. I love it. Isn't that funny? We earlier presumed, you know, your bluegills are up and shallow, and now your crappies are a little bit behind them out here in some deeper water. That's a nice fish, huh? That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, ho, crappie boys. Ooh, another stunner. This is another stunner. Ooh, another stunner, a twin to the other one. And that is what we came out here for. We had our fun with the little gills, but now it's crappie time, baby. Another dandy, probably 12-incher, 11 and a half. That's gonna taste awesome. There's definitely a plethora of big slab. This is a big slab right here, guys. Big slab. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, come here. Yes, I knew it. All day long, we've been working hard, moving around, drilling a lot of holes, and it wasn't before long we would connect, and we did. That thing is a beautiful, beautiful specimen. Probably about a 12-inch crappie. You really can't beat it. Yeah, low light, big slabs, clear water. I mean, that's what late ice is all about right there.
The sun is getting low. What a day we've had. It's hard to quit. It's hard to quit. Got 'em. Especially when they're biting like, that feels like a better one. It's hard to quit. It's hard to go home, hey. This is so much fun. Yeah, it's been.
Oh.
That's a good gill.
Dandy, dude.
Look at that bluegill. Not a bad way to end the day, huh?
No, I mean, you can't beat it. Late ice, it's 50 degrees outside. I mean, heck, we walked a long ways, but it was definitely worth it.
We put some miles on. Look at that. Sunset, big bluegill. Get that one back and go swim free. But what an ending. That wind just died down. What a beautiful day, contrary to this morning. Driving over here, like we drove through 5-6 inches of snow. Like it was nasty, cars in the ditch everywhere. Like, this is our reward. This is a treat, and just the experience. I mean, hundreds of hook sets all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't, we had to pick through them, but I think, towards the afternoon, we definitely put together a program. And
we did.
From this morning to now, it was a heck of a good day on the ice. Probably our last day on the ice.
Probably our last, yes. This is going to be our last episode of the 2019-2020 ice season. Every episode from this point on is probably going to be open water in the Lund. A lot of good open water.
I'm gonna sneak out to Lake Superior. I've never caught.
Yeah, we got to get you over.
Or any of that business. So.
We got to get you over. There's a lot of good potential. We're looking forward to the open water season, but it's been an awesome ice season. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.